quick little training video here, and here's my tip of the day and one of my biggest tips when it comes to trading and finding some consistency in the market. See, 3 years ago, I used to always just trade any time of the day. I would trade right now, I would trade 3 hours from now. The next day I would trade at another time. The next day trade at 5 p.m., next day trade at 8 p.m., next day trade at 12 a.m., next day trade at 2 p.m., next day trade at this time, next day at that time. That just doesn't sound consistent, right? It's not consistent. See, if you want to develop consistency in the markets, find a time you position yourself to do that. Find a time you position yourself to trade. Don't just trade all randomly any time of the day. This is the biggest strategy for myself at this point in time with my level of experience. I've been trading for almost 5 years now. So this is the biggest strategy I could actually teach. Aside from the charts, aside from the indicators, aside from all of this stuff that we put on our charts, this here, we're not here to talk about that in this video. That stuff is important, but that's not where you develop your consistency. Consistency isn't just randomly trading any time of the day, 4 or 5 times a day. That's not consistent. Look what I do. On HFX, I trade 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m., Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday. We do Mondays often now. So 3/4 times out of the week, I trade for 1 hour maximum. That's 4 hours a week I might spend trading. Maximum, 4 hours. Think about that. That's not a lot of time, but it can sure bring some good profits. Now, what makes this important, I'm going to go into that in this video, but I want to show you guys this chart real quick. And this is the 24-hour market. What I did a long time ago was I looked at this and said, when am I going to trade? Where am I going to position myself to look for my trade setups, to look for my strategy and take my positions? I looked at this and what really stood out to me personally was this right here. Now I'm calling this video my trading plan because this is my trading plan. This is what I do 3 out of 4 days a week. Not Fridays, usually not known. Fridays I don't trade, just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I looked at this chart here and I said, where am I going to position myself? And this area stood out to me the most. From 8 to 11. Now, by all means, that doesn't mean I'm sitting on the chart from 8 to 11. I might sit on the chart from 8 to 9, or 9 to 10, or in my case, actually, 10 to 11 o'clock, right? That's where I sit on the chart. I start trading at 10, and it'll take me 1 hour maximum to make my profit. This is consistent. Consistency isn't trading right now and then trading 4 hours from now and then tomorrow trading at 5 p.m. and then trading at 8 p.m. the next day, then 2 p.m., then 3 p.m. the next day. That's not consistent. You want to find a fine level of consistency in your trading. You want to find a time you position yourself in the day. Whether it's 1 or 2 hours. For me, it's 1 hour maximum. That's all I need to get my result. Some days it takes 20 minutes. Some days it takes 30 minutes. Some days 45. And then at the maximum point, it could take me an hour. But I do it every day, and I've been doing that thousands of times now. Hundreds and thousands of times I've done that. So for me, I've really gotten familiar with the market at this time. See, if I trade right now, legit, if I were to trade right now, I'm not familiar with this time. So I'm not mentally prepared, and I'm not so confident, right? I'm not mentally prepared. Trading at the same time every day is going to install a mental preparation and confidence because you know what you're getting into. Trading at the same time every day takes it more serious. At this point, you're treating it like a job. Some of you guys are treating this like a hobby. Some of you guys aren't taking this serious. You want to position yourself at a specific time in the day and treat that like a job. Ignore every distraction. Put away your phone. Don't look at anything and focus on what you need to do on the task. That brings more consistency to the market. This is my strategy right here. Aside from, like I said at the beginning, aside from the indicators and such, my strategy looks like this. Here's my trading window. I call it my trading window. 8 to 11. I will only trade in here Monday to Thursday or Tuesday to Thursday. You don't have to trade every day to be a profitable trader at the end of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What if between Monday and Wednesday you make $200-300, right? Do you need Thursday and Friday? What if you start trading Wednesday? That could be your week. You don't need to trade every day to consider it a week, right? I could trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's it. Or I could trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and just ignore Friday. Call it an early weekend, right? But this is my strategy right here. And like I said, I'm not sitting there from 8 to 11. You guys know when I start trading. I start trading around 9:50, 9:55. I'll make it blue. That blue line is usually when I start to trade. If I ever trade any time outside of here, it's a little bit more over here. This is called my trading plan. Some of you guys don't even have a trading plan. You're just taking trades. And that's why you're over trading, and that's why you're giving a lot of profit back to the market. A lot of you guys will start your weeks off in profit, finish your weeks off negative, because you do not have a trading plan. My trading plan, this is the beginning of it. This is part 1 to my trading plan, is where I position myself in the day. So I spend my 1 hour looking for my setups in here. I'm in and out of the market. I come back the next day with a fresh mind, with a mental preparation and confidence, ready to attack that market. See, if you trade all day, I could spend 1 hour here and you could spend 10 hours on your chart. I will still make more consistent profit. You could make a lot of profits. You could make a lot of profit one day sitting there 10 hours on your chart. I'm going to be more consistent at the end of the day. At the end of the month, I'm going to be more consistent. Like I said, let me repeat that. I spend my 1 hour in here. You could spend 10 hours on your chart in one day, and you might have one big day, but if you do that every day, I'm telling you, you're not going to be consistent. You're going to give a lot of profit back to the market. I will be more consistent at the end of the month because of the psychology of my approach. This is very, very key. And by all means, with this video, I'm teaching you guys concept right now. I'm not saying 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the best window. For me, it is. And I'm not saying from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the best window either. I'm not saying that's the best time to trade. I'm saying I've danced with the market thousands of times here. I've gotten to know this market. I am very, very, very familiar with what goes on in here. I'm very familiar and I've seen things over and over again. If you go to the market at the same time every day, hundreds and thousands of times like I have, you're going to get very familiar, very confident with the behavior of that market. Instead of me, if I trade right now, guys, I'm going to be honest. If I were to start trading right now, mentally, I'm not prepared. Confidently, I'm not really there. I don't have as much confidence installed if I were to trade right now, or if I were to start trading over here. I'm not mentally prepared. Over here, I am. This is concept. What do I mean by that? You could do another window. It could be anywhere in the day. It could be over here. This could be your trading window. The point I'm getting to is finding a time you position yourself and treat it almost like a job. You want to almost treat it like you're working at a job here, like you're clocked in for that hour. And you're going to get in and out of that market. And the next day, you're going to come back. You could even do 2 times a day. You could do 1 time in the morning and 1 time at night. That's still much more consistent than jumping around from time after time after time, or going to your chart 3 to 4 different times a day. Going to your chart 3 to 4 different times a day is not consistent at all. If you want to find consistency, develop that time you sit there and approach the market. It will make things much, much easier and less overwhelming. You could even look at this chart here. That's what I did a few years back when I really wanted to decide, when am I going to trade? When am I going to sit there and actually ignore all my distractions and focus on my trade setups? I looked at this chart, and to me, like I mentioned, this was my eye-opening area. This is where I said, you know what? This is where I'm going to attack the market every day, until I get so familiar with this time of the day that it starts to become second nature and so much more natural. This is one of my biggest tips and tricks, guys, aside from all the stuff I could show you guys on the charts. I hope this video was a little bit of help for you guys. And even look at some of the other traders we have on HFX. They all trade at the same times too. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only guy who trades in the morning. We have people who trade at night. Look at Matthew down here. He trades 11:30 p.m. 11:30 p.m. Right? Look at Ness. Ness trades 10 p.m. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. How many times do you think Ness is traded at 10 p.m.? 5 or 10 times? No. A couple thousand of times. He's traded 10 p.m. a couple thousand times. How many times do you think Matthew's traded at 11:30 p.m.? Just like me and Daniel have traded 10 a.m. so many times. That's what it's about. It's about getting familiar with those market conditions. That's it for this video, guys. I hope it was some help. I'll see you guys in the next trading.